your situation, because I think it's fucking weird as fuck for law enforcement to be giving you threats like that, because I see it as like coercion almost, you know? Do this, put your life on the line. Otherwise, anyone who comes up here, it's all bullshit.
I'm just confused as to them pushing the narrative that I reached out to them. That's crazy to me.
That is how a lot of everyone is literally a liar, just straight up.
I know.
And then if you call them out, they literally start crying. It's what I'm used to. It's why I hate being mayor. I just want common sense and logic to run the city. That's it. Everything else, it's a waste of time. So now my question becomes, because Barrett's got to go, but I still want to run this up. Did law enforcement contact you, or was it the mayor's office in Blaine County? And was it Mumbles or was it Princess? And I'm not going to,
Okay.
I'll be tactful. Is
full transparency. It was Princess, but I really do think that the way she was speaking to me was her being pressured and her trying to be on my side of things.
Okay.
Yes, that is what it very much felt like.
Interesting.
Because when she was relaying information, she was saying, just remember, like, this is your property. You don't have to say yes to any of this. This is what they're telling me that they are going to do.
They were telling her, should we call Princess down?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Can you call me when free? Okay. I'm gonna say this. I like Princess. She's cool, nice person. She is a big shit stirrer though. So she will tell people one thing and then tell you something else. And so in a fun way, right? But I think what I'm going to ask here is if there was pressure, who did it? And I think it's important to know that because, oh my God, there's things happening and I wonder if it was a warning or whether she's getting pressured. And I think that's important to know because if PED's actually pressuring her, that's really bad as well. You know what I mean?
Well, I do think at one point they had the place like with a blockade around it, which is, I don't think her doing. I would believe that came from the police. So
that makes it worse though. You know what I mean? Like if the PD's going to Princess, I mean like, yo, talk to CJ, we're going to do this shit unless you convince, I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to hear her take on exactly what was said to her that got relayed to me.
Fuck, what did Barrett say? Who told him that you called them? You remember what he said?
I don't think he gave a name.
Well,
I think he said that the BCSO mayoral's office.
Fuck, he went to sleep. Okay. All right. Turner's looking into the whole thing down at the ICU. So hopefully that amounts to something. I told Speedy he should file FOIAs.
I'm confused why the police, like, I don't know. It's as if they want to escalate things on a consistent basis.
Law enforcement law enforcement's cooked right now. The problem is that they've been encouraged for a very long time to do these kind of things. Do you know how much like everyone got charged?
No idea.
My problem is this. Obviously, without saying too much, this is a big deal, right?
Yes.
So how, and it's at the level of, let's say, terrorism. How does no one know the straight answer as to who's making these decisions, where something can be construed like CJ's saying this versus PD is saying this. How did the comms get that fucked? It's a little cooked. Very dangerous.
I think Princess is the key to unlocking that. Although,
yeah,
I mean, if they're still up there at the place with their little cars and roadblocks set up, checking everybody that goes in and out, there's always them to ask. Maybe McNulty has answers.
She's still on the phone. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Like, I don't know why you're being threatened with that when PD like literally fucking sets up tents like at the fucking lighthouse all day.
How much do you know about the...
I used to work with him.
What the Okay.
Yeah. So.
See, I have been avoiding the property like the plague, Joe contended.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he necessarily likes me. And that is the real threat to me in saying nobody can go on the property, I believe. You know, like I have some sort of protection against groups and people, but that in itself, like I don't know what to do against that. And I don't want to fight that.
Just to be clear, I mean when he was alive.
Yes, I mean I
Okay.
I gathered that.
All right, I wasn't sure.
From what I understand, he is not anything left of that part of him.
I don't know if that's true. He was a very ominous individual way back when. 15 years ago. Very good attorney.
Okay, wait. We are talking about two different people, I think.
Well, I thought you were talking about Norman.
No. Although I definitely don't want to get on his bad side either. No.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Pesto.
Oh. Him I didn't know so well. I don't know if I ever met him, to be honest.
And I believe that is where all of this is stemming from.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really into like supernatural shit. So I'm not the best guy to talk to. I'm sure there's some law enforcement that have been around for years that probably know a whole lot more.
Yeah, it's tough when that is what I believe this is all stemming from, because how do you go about policing that, and then this whole situation pops up off of the back of that? Let's talk about him as if he is a human being concocting a dangerous bacteria of sorts. Warfare, warfare, chemical warfare, some sort of shit like that, okay? No, I think the police believe that he is doing that at the property, when in reality, I think it is not just at the property. And so, yes, it's easy to look at the rat thing and be
I don't want to
okay,
get too much into this, because this is more of a Brian thing, I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Brian knows about pestilence. He knows.
But I think they may be looking
That's
at
why
more
I'm just
than that.
like.
And
yeah.
He's a bit detached from that investigation, whatever investigation they are actually doing.
Yep.
Like, I think they're looking at the individual himself.
Wait, what do you mean the individual?
Pesto.
They think he's doing it? It could be.
I'm gonna
Oh, here we go,
assume
Princess.
so.
Ugh. Sorry, it's not like
I know.
hey, can you come to the 3rd floor of City Hall? Are you busy?
I'm at the prison right now, but I'm clocking off, so I will get there as soon as I can. Yeah.
All right, beautiful. See you in a sec.
Yep.
CJ, yeah, I'm not trying to sound like uninterested, but it's kind of like me and Supernatural don't really go hand in hand, you know? It just
Yes, I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so complicated, though.
Yeah. It's I think
why else are they trying to section off the place?
Okay, let me ask you a question. What makes you think Norman's even real? Why? Because people got burnt up in there and supposedly they got taken to some fairy tale world? Right? Just because people think they see things? Do you know what group hysteria is?
Yeah.
It's when like a number of individuals start believing something very in common and they all start to, you know, add, you know, their own, you know, fever dream mixing together. Kind of like when like aliens. You ever see like the photos, like everyone's photo of the aliens suspiciously looks all similar, but the reality is that, you know, they just happen use the same sources to say that, oh yeah, I got some alien put some shit up my ass. They had these big beady ears and, you know, had their head look like a potato. Then it turns out that, you know, everyone was just taking in fumes.
So if you saw him, you spoke to him present day, would you think that you're drugged or exposed to something? There's an explanation for it other than what it may actually be.
I would say it's possible. I mean, think how many drugs we consume on a daily basis. What's in there? You know, the food we eat, like, you know,
I guess everything's possible, yeah.
like, what's his name? Fucking, Edgar, right? He probably got burned in the flames, but who walked out of there? Fucking, what's his name? Jay Hobbs. I didn't know he didn't
Jay
lose
Hobbs
his fucking...
lit Edgar on fire.
I'm just saying, how do we know this motherfucker didn't set the fucking inside of it on fire, you know?
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
Hello?
I think it's reasonable for
None
Nino.
that I have. No problem, bye-bye.
Hey, I could be wrong. You know, I stay away from that place. But me and Supernatural, like I said, don't really go too hand in hand. I mean,
I think that's a solid way to go about your life.
Yeah. Makes things easier, more tangible, you know what I mean? Because otherwise, then I have to make sense of this whole, like, oh man, there's like fucking rats like shitting out plague all over the place, but no one knows anything about it. But apparently, if you go to that same lighthouse that literally half of the PD keeps going to, you're in trouble, but they're allowed to go, even though they're fucking law enforcement, don't have a degree in anything. You know, they barely know how to detain and do PC, yet they know how to handle supernatural shit. Fuck out of here. You know, I'd rather call like the scuffed Ghostbusters. You know what I mean? Like the Richard, you know Richard, the fucking weird one?
Yeah.
Richard is more capable of dealing with this situation than 95% of the police department. So
I agree with you there.
But
1000%.
just because they got a badge and they somehow like cried their way into a detective vest that they're gonna solve the mystery? No way. Hell no. Do you know what happened when? Do you know about the black goo?
Wait, what do you know about black goo?
I was there when it was saved. I know everything about it. And my people were looking into it. You know about the scientists over there? I'd call the PD. Blaine County didn't respond, even though it was in Blaine County. They were playing dress up. Literally dress up. I'm not even kidding, for an hour and a half. And then the marshals came in and took over the scene with their fucking tanks. And that's where the SEMA camp legislation came into play. I wrote it right outside while the vial was being found. In fact, it was so ridiculous that Jimbo Sutton shot LSPD officers in order to be the hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine how crazy that is. And it was so crazy that I couldn't convince the DOJ/marshals who took over the scene that you can't be sending sick victims to CMC. Like, imagine that. Imagine someone's like sick with a contagion virus and you send him to the hospital in the middle of the city. Like,
you know they shut down the hospital a couple days ago, right?
I wasn't here the last 2 days.
Oh, well, that
Hey,
happened.
Laurent.
Yeah.
Hi, CJ.
Hello.
Hi, Nino.
What are you doing?
I just got off a very long phone call with one Dr. Isaac Smith.
Oh,
Why?
okay.
I don't know, he called me.
Oh, okay. What did he say?
Lots of stuff, a lot of just philosophical ideas about things, but basically there will be casualties. Hi,
Okay.
Nino. How's your finding things out? I assume that you're getting briefed on things and stuff.
I left my Valentine's Day card that I received at the dinner table at the restaurant I went to.
Why would you put your car at the dinner
Because
table?
I forgot and I left it there. So
Oh.
I got bigger problems I got to solve. Like, do I just dump her because that's probably the easier route?
Oh, wait, I thought that I didn't know you were dating someone.
Yeah, I was. What do you mean? I have 2 fiancés. Well, had.
Yeah, I thought they drove your car into the ocean.
One of them did. Yeah. Well,
Right, and the other one let her, and then you let her leave the police.
it's complicated.
I didn't know you were still together.
No.
You know, this
that's all.
seems toxic.
Wait, why is it toxic?
I feel like you're stuck in a relationship that I think you've got some toxic fiancés.
I do. That's why I'm not dating them anymore.
You just said you're dating. What?
I'm dating someone else. It's a third person. It's a new person.
Oh, okay. So that's why I was
Yeah.
confused because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
asked. I thought you were
No,
single
we broke
now,
up
and
like
then
a
you were
month
like,
ago.
no. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Third person. Who's the third person?
You know, it's
You don't have
complicated.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Oh no, it's already
anyways.
complicated.
Well, it's like I'm not like, you know, it's I wasn't expecting a Valentine's Day's card, right?
Oh, okay.
So now
okay,
it's complicated because I thought we were like, you know, it's like, oh shit, I didn't know we were at that level.
Oh, here, I got something for you to
Yeah.
give to her.
Awesome.
There.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Are you? How? Okay.
So
Are
that's
you
for
trying
you
to
to
start
give to
something
her
with
as
me?
a what? No.
Oh my god.
Because like
Nino,
Mumbles is gonna be
I'm
pissed
married.
here.
I'm
Yeah,
married.
that's my point. Like this is kind
I'm
of.
just trying to help a friend out.
How is this
because-
helping?
I thought you need to give her something because she gave you something you weren't expecting it, so you don't have something for her.
Oh, okay. All right.
No wonder you get in so many relationships.
Yeah.
Do you just like say yes to?
Is this how
Any-
it starts? Is this how your relationship
Yeah.
starts? Someone gives you something
is
and you're like, oh, I
concerning.
guess we're dating now.
Man, no, that's not how it works. I don't think you want to know how my relationships work. There's a reason why I don't really talk
Oh,
about
then
them
I
too
don't
much.
think they
You might
do,
be
Nino.
right.
Yeah. I used to have a guy that had a black book that notated names in there so I didn't accidentally sleep with them a second time.
That's
Because-
called a death note, and I don't think that does what you think it does.
No, that's not it's not a death note. There was just there's a whole anyways. No, the problem isn't that I didn't get her something, which was perhaps part of it. It's more that I left a Valentine's Day like card at at the restaurant and forgot to take it
Oh,
with
you
me.
didn't take it with you.
So
Oh.
now I'm
Well,
like,
she
did she
can't know that.
notice that I did? What if
Oh,
this gets
no, that's a good
serious?
point.
And she's like, oh my God, remember when I gave you that card? Do you still have it? So now choice number one, I go to every Walgreen and try to find the one that she gave, even though I only vaguely remember how it looks like. Or two, I dump her because then that'll never be a problem. Or number three, I be honest. Or number four, call the restaurant and be like, hey, do you happen to have that note I left behind? But probably they threw it away. Or
I would say 4 and 3 probably are the only options that make sense there.
yeah, with the
Have you
dumping.
tried being like single?
I've been single most of
TJ.
my life.
What?
I don't know. I don't know actually.
quite
That's maybe a
nice.
good idea. No, that's fair.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it wasn't supposed to be a thing. This is like dinner turned into a Valentine's dinner. So
Yeah, that's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Yes.
so, anyways,
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Back on track real quick here. So I think there's a lot of miscommunication in terms of the Lighthouse property and it being sectioned off and this and that and yada yada. This is what I got from our phone calls. You said they're asking if we can trespass people on your property. I said no because I fear the repercussions. And then there was kind of another incident of that and them saying that they would, if it reached a state of emergency, kind of just take over and do it anyway, close it down. Then there was a blockade, and now they are having like a little checkpoint going into it in which they are
Really?
yes, in which they
active
are,
right now.
It was a couple hours ago that it was active.
Okay.
I don't know if it's still
Yeah,
on.
I didn't know about any of that. I didn't know about the barrier or anything. I asked you because I thought, okay, just in case, you know,
Wait, yo, wait.
it seems like I
Wait,
should reach out
was
to
in
you first
chat.
before anything happens, just to see if, you know, if you'd just be willing to do stuff beforehand. And we're not in a state of emergency, I don't think. And, you know, for the time being, technically they are allowed to create a checkpoint as long as it's not on the property, if it's, you know, before the property starts.
I don't really give a fuck about the checkpoint, to be honest. Although they are saying that if people get sick, they're going to try and press charges of reckless endangerment, which I think is a bit psychotic.
That doesn't make any sense, actually.
What is the communication between you and them like? Like, what are they pushing towards you?
I don't even know who them is at this point. What? I didn't know that they did anything. I just found out that they were putting the tents at Zancudo.
Which, by the way, I just talked to Barrett about, and they can't do that without law enforcement and the mayor of that county signing off, and there being an active state of emergency.
But is Zancudo state land, or is that Blaine County?
It is, but my concern is more calling it SEMA camps because that infers there's an active state of
That's true.
emergency, and that can
that's
make
true.
people freak out. So,
Yeah. I also feel like that part's unnecessary, and what they should really be focusing on is the actual, step one right now seems to be there's not that many people sick, but we need to be researching treatments. We need to be testing, trying to figure out vaccines, things like that. I've already talked with Mumbles about making, when we talked about this yesterday at the big meeting, that we would happily let, and they agreed, Sandy Medical Center become the kind of center point for patients of this, so that it leaves Crusade Medical open for people who have any other injuries and illnesses, but it makes Sandy Medical where people would go if they have this specific illness, as well as, as well as apparently the research facilities there are better equipped than the ones at Crusade, so any testing can be done at Sandy Medical.
So I want to roll back because I think this is a very important topic.
Mm-hmm.
It is being relayed that did law enforcement try to coerce you, Princess, to let CJ know that if she didn't trespass people, they would like start getting reckless endangerment?
No, I never heard anything about reckless endangerment. What happened at the meeting, the only thing that was mentioned was they were thinking about if there was a state of emergency, then they'd be able to basically just say whatever, the marshals can just do whatever they want. And I said, I don't know if it has to come to that at this point, but, let me talk to CJ and see, what the situation is with the lighthouse, because I don't even think I was under the impression you're not living there or anything.
No, I don't live there.
Yeah, and potentially having the area quarantined for a certain amount of time might be possible without any state of emergency or anything. And so I called you about that. I didn't actually, talk back to the marshals or anything after that phone call, because I was really just trying to gauge what your thoughts would be, so that if something came up in the future, I would have a better understanding of that.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so this whole them pressing charges thing is just their own idea right now that they came up with.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Was that their idea specific to the lighthouse or like in general?
The only time I ever heard it brought up was when I went up there this morning. They had the little checkpoint, and they said to me that they were thinking of pressing reckless endangerment if people went against their warning, went in there, got sick, and spread it.
Who is they?
I don't know. They all
look the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I know McNulty pulled in at one point to the property, but I'm not sure if he was who I actually spoke to, because I can't remember that well. Oh, and he said I'm included in that, whoever the cop was, in getting that charge, which is funny as fuck, because you gonna tell me not to go to my property, man?
Yeah, I'm very confused about all of this, because there's no... let me ask. Is there an active state of emergency that I don't know of?
No, there is not. I don't know actually, Nino, where you are in all of this, because I don't know how much you know, how much you have been filled in on.
I've been filled in.
Did you get the document,
I've been filled in.
classified one?
Yeah.
Okay. And about everything with the hospital situation and everything like that, with the the other day.
Sorry, I'm just sending a blast out real quick.
All good.
I'm just asking if there's an active state of emergency. I don't believe there is, but the reason I'm asking, okay, the answer is no. The reason I'm asking is how are they doing this? I'm just very confused.
Me too. I mean, if it's not an active state of emergency, then they don't have any right to tell you not to go on your own property.
I don't even know
in
if
a state of emergency, for the most part, it would be you can tell people to evacuate, but I don't think you can.
No, you can
make it illegal to not.
You can, yeah. That's one of the things of state of emergency. It would have to come with those stipulations. So state of emergency in general. First off, it's undefined, which I brought up as being a concern about 2 weeks ago, and it was oh well, it's just like any other state of emergency, but that's not how it works anywhere, right? So for example, right. in at least in the US, a city can have a state of emergency around weather conditions, right? And right. So, but that's mostly they can shut down roads or make people not be able to leave their neighborhoods because it's too dangerous, shit like that. But if there's a war, the state of emergency would have different conditions. So,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, there's
shit.
no state of emergency actual explanation in the martial legislation. I assume it's just the martial legislation that talks about it.
It only
or are
notes.
There other ones?
I forgot where it's noted. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was in
it's in the martial legislation, but I don't know if it's anywhere else. Also.
Wait, is it actually?
Yeah, San Andreas State Marshals may declare a state of emergency at the discretion of the overseeing justice should the rule of law be threatened. Shall be temporary and shall only be active while any of the following conditions are met. Secession attempts, terroristic threats, breakdown of law enforcement. once the conditions have passed and the emergency has been averted, state of emergency will automatically be rescinded. State of emergency is heightened security and oversight for the state of San Andreas granted to the state marshals. Certain permissions will be granted to the state marshals during the state of emergency, including the authorization of heavy equipment, relaxed law enforcement guidelines, and lightened policies for temporary approval of SASM agents. So I guess that's what they were trying to do with the whole, like, they can deputize all the DOC or something. But relaxed law enforcement guidelines is kind of crazy. It doesn't actually explain at all what can be done. It says guidelines. It doesn't actually say changes to, like, SOP. I mean, I guess that's SOPs, I guess. But in terms of what they're legally allowed to do, they can't violate rights because of it.
Yeah.
At least as it's written.
There shouldn't be SEMA camps without a state of emergency, but there's tents up, and it's being called SEMA, so...
And
there's
people shouldn't be
justices
refused
that-
access to their own property.
Yeah, and then there's justices that, for some reason, added about 12 new charges, even though it's unconstitutional.
Yeah, but did you see the new charge I added?
No.
Oh my goodness, stolen valor.
Oh, yeah, but see, you did it right. Okay.
Yeah, but it's still
so,
cool. I'm still excited about it.
What I'm hearing with all this is everything that's come through CJ's way is just empty threats and made up shit.
Which I guess they can do?
No.
They can't make empty threats?
Not really.
Okay.
You shouldn't be threatening someone with shit because you're abusing your power, right? I mean, imagine I told CJ, you're going to sell me that lighthouse, otherwise I'm going to impeach you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's a corruption. Officers can lie, but if you're making, like, legal threats without any basis, right, to coerce you and to take action, you're abusing your power. It's fundamentally corruption, right? Or, you know.
I think they firmly believe that they will press those charges and, like, I think it's a set plan that they want to do. I don't even think they're trying to coerce me.
I will call you right back there, Wayne.
Sounds good, Nino.
All right. Talk to you soon. You know,
Is
I
that
have an
Wayne
idea.
Freeman?
What if we just move everyone from Blaine County into Los Santos County, right? And then Los Santos County just reappropriates all of Blaine County, and then we'll just join our cabinets together.
I mean, Mumbles and I have been trying to do that, but
Yeah.
we thought we were gonna have to wait until, like, you know, next term or something. But I mean, honestly, I don't know what that would do in this situation.
I'm only kidding.
It's like, what, oh, you're kidding? I mean, me too. Yeah, that's funny, right, CJ? That's funny. That's really, that'd be crazy if we reconnected.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be. Yeah, I'm sure.
Wild,
you know.
Right? That's
yeah,
crazy.
that would only. You know that'd be treason, right?
What? Reconnecting the counties?
Maybe a topic for another day.
Yeah. That's irrelevant now.
All right.
I wouldn't commit treason, for the record. That would be, would require, discussion with all the active, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not like I'm planning to build a wall or anything,
I think, hey, what do you mean? I thought Mumbles and I wanted to do that still.
No, you wanted to do that.
I think he did too.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I spoke to him one-on-one.
You wanted to build a wall because you thought the rest of us in Blaine County were infected.
No. Oh, that was a joke.
I know, but there was
No,
a real version?
There was a real version, yes. The point of the wall,
like the border
6
control
months
stuff?
ago, yeah, it was for border control. So if people, so people do, like, border stuff and, like, sneak things over.
Right.
And
that was you and that was you and Pred, not you and Mumbles, though, right?
No, me and Mumbles spoke about it. I think 2 days after the election.
But you said 6 months ago.
It started 6 months ago, but me and
Okay.
Mumbles reopened that door.
Right.
I think either the day of 2 days, like the week he got elected. So
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. In this case, though.
Yeah.
I think if the marshals are doing this, I'm fairly certain that neither field director has been around today. Barrett was around for like a second, but
I just got done speaking with Barrett, and Dark was around right before then, but Barrett did most of the filling in.
Oh my goodness, I've been trying to get in contact with Dark. Okay, that's fine. Like neither of them have been on duty, at least on the roster, anyway.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. I mean, if they're, I don't know. I guess it would require discussion with them if they're trying to, charge you with crimes for being on your own property.
This makes sense. This makes a lot more sense. Okay. All right. Yeah, we wanted to go right to the source because there's a lot of rumors going on as to what
really?
actually took place. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have, like, I'm deputy mayor. I don't have any power to tell people to do anything or anything, really. So I've been around, which means I have information. But other than that, the only thing that I've done is speak to people about things. I have not told people to do things. I have not directed people in different ways. All I can do is speak to people.
Okay. So am I getting this correct? And CJ, please correct me because we've been talking about this so long. I'm like, there's like a certain point where my brain starts like thinking about other things. I can't help it. It sounds like any threats that are being made unilaterally by random law enforcement. Is that what I'm picking up on? And that you're not the one enticing this.
I haven't told anyone to do anything.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Hello? Yeah, I think so as well. Alright, bye-bye. Okay. So, let's go over the threats here. Reckless, whatever the fuck. That came straight from the police today, and that wasn't directly against me. That was against every single person that didn't heed their warning and then, quote unquote, would get sick. I don't know what kind of backing that has, but that was at the checkpoint today. And then the previous one, which I guess was said in a meeting, is that if a state of emergency is declared, they will just shut down the property or section it off, which, to be honest, like, that one I personally don't care much about. As I said before, my only care in this is stuff not being seen as coming from me because I don't want the repercussions, right?
And in addition to that, I'm pretty sure that what was said in the meeting is that if a state of emergency gets declared, they can put a checkpoint on the bridge. So what they've instead done is put a checkpoint on the bridge and said that if a state of emergency gets declared, then they can do even more.
Yeah, it seems like that's correct.
Yeah, what was originally said is that basically they can't do anything except recommend that people don't go there unless there is a state of emergency, at which point they would be able to put a checkpoint and potentially go as far as to, evacuate the property.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. All right. That makes a lot more sense. All right. Easy.
So yeah, this sounds like a police thing. And maybe marshals? I don't really even know if that's true, though.
I have no idea. I just hope they don't do anything stupid like start doing shit outside of a state of emergency, which is entirely possible given the whole shit show at the hospital earlier today where they tried to execute some warrants while people are grieving over a dead body.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I got to get going. I got to do some things. I appreciate both of your time. CJ, if you get any bullshit coming your way, do not hesitate to give me a ring, and we'll, you know.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
too. If you need,
1000%.
Rain is calling me now.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Let me take this. It's good talking to you guys.
Yep.
All right,
Anytime.
I'll give you a call.
Hey, Nino,
Princess.
it's Leon. How's it going?
I'm doing fantastic. How
Hello,
about
Wayne.
you, Leon?
Doing well, doing well. Speedy
Good,
told me to give you a
alright,
call.
how are you?
Transfer in Franks.
I'm ready. Send it
All
over,
right,
baby. Do I need to go
gonna
over
be-
there, or do you just automatically give it to me?
It should automatically go. Do you have any questions like on the hiring process or anything like that? Like, do you need?
Nah, I'll
answer?
figure it out. I'll figure it out.
All right. What's the state ID it's going to?
1166.
1166. All right, give me 1 second. Just so I can make sure it goes through. Can confirm it. 1166.
I'm double checking. Yes, 1166.
All right, just transferred. All right, so you denied ownership of the transfer. So it may just popped up on your phone.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna send it again. All right, sent it again.
Oh, I accept it. Okay, I didn't see the button. Yep.
There you go. All right.
Beautiful.
good to go.
Thank you so much.
All right, perfect.
All right.
All right. Let me know if you need anything.
We'll do.
Take it
You
easy.
take care.